Well, I think I got started in horse racing at a fairly young age, and I do remember my first bet was on a horse, famous horse. Everybody's forgotten him, perhaps, a horse called Whirlaway, and he won a Triple Crown in 1941, and he was sort of my idol horse there for a while, and was a great horse, no doubt about it, long gone. At any rate, the through the years, I drifted into horse racing at the Baltimore Sun uh, when writing general sports, and then sort of, as I say, drifted into horse racing. It was an opening, and the Sun was expanding coverage, and I was picked as one of the new reporters on the Maryland circuit. And we covered all the racing, some of the half milers, but mainly the mile tracks in those days. And that was in the later 40s, 1940s. And that's where I met Jim McManus McKay. He was a police reporter on the Sun, and they drafted him into their new acquirement, which was a Channel 2, which was the first TV in Baltimore in 1946, I believe. And anyway, Jim was drafted as a staff announcer, and eventually we did the first, um, what they called remote broadcast out of studio in Baltimore in 1947, October. And incidentally, I believe it's going to be the 65th anniversary coming up this fall in 2012. We went to Pimlico without any scripts, one camera, and covered a short meeting, 2 week meeting in the fall. And how it went, I don't know. I mean, there's no record of it. They had no tapes in those days. And it just went on the air, and that was it. And if people criticized it or whatnot, well, that was that's what resulted. But it was fun, and as I say, we had no instructions. We didn't know exactly what to do. We covered 2 races. We tried to get people up for interviews and stuff like that, and it went very well, I guess, because the next year it was repeated until the networks took over, and then, you know, television kept developing and developing. But I think when we were on the air with that first broadcast, mainly people saw it in bars or in restaurants because there were very few home sets receiving the signal. And then Jim went on to different occupations in TV and sort of lost track of him for a few years until he hooked up with Roone Arledge on the ABC and eventually on the Wide World of Sports. And Jim was a natural for that.